Hi everyone, I'm Ian Cummins. I'm the co-pastor at Montview Boulevard Presbyterian Church in Denver, Colorado. If you attend Montview, you know through the years I have referred to my Hermitage. It's a project that I started back in 2010. I had a sabbatical at the time. I had 3 months. I thought it would take all 3 months. Ended up taking 5 years, but it's a real gift for me, and as I said, I mention it once in a while. I thought now that we're all stuck at home, this would be a great chance to show it off a bit. And I think what I'll do is come out once a week and reflect on maybe a piece of architecture in the Hermitage or something else in it that gets me thinking about life in a new way, just as a little spiritual snack for you, something for your week to reflect on. So how about we start with a little tour? It's not very long, and we'll do the reflection for the day. Okay? All right, here's the tour. The stone is a limestone out of Texas. It was at the bottom of an ocean at some point, which is really great. I'll share at some point. There's some fossils in the limestone itself. I purchased 12 tons of it. That's 7 pallets. Showed up on our driveway back in 2010, and used most of it. Had some extra, and it was a little daunting having 12 tons of stone show up on my driveway. I realized, okay, we really are doing this. So let's head this way into the door. This is a door I built with my good friend Adam Morris, rabbi here in town. And this, like I said, it's a short tour. One room, no bath, no heat, no electricity, and but a skylight and a little shelf, nook, and windows on each side. Hardwood floor. It's a walnut out of the Appalachian Mountains. I grew up in Kentucky, so that felt significant to me. And prayer bench there. You see a chair, a desk. I do some writing out here. Prayer and meditation, not as often as I should, but it's there calling me every day. And some little things that are special to me. So that's about it. All right. So I think I'll pause and we'll do the reflection. So the reflection I thought I'd start with on this first episode is to go back to the beginning of this process for me when I had those 12 tons of stone show up on my driveway, and I pretty quickly realized that I had bitten off more than I could chew. I didn't know how to put in a hardwood floor or put on a roof, or certainly not do any kind of masonry work. I'd never done anything like that. My dad's a great craftsman, and I'm sure I picked up a few things by osmosis, but I'm certainly no craftsman. And I went on YouTube, I remember the first time, to learn how to mix mortar, and kind of took it from there. And I remembered at the time a story that Anne Lamott tells, I think it's in Bird by Bird, where she's I think a little girl, and she's got an exam where she has to learn all these birds, like 150 birds she has to memorize, and she tells her dad, and her dad says, just take it bird by bird. And that's been a bit of a mantra for me, modified. For me, it's been take it stone by stone. And what is the next thing you need to do? What's the next thing you need to learn? You don't have to be able to build this whole thing right now. Just figure out how to mix mortar, right? And start there. And I think in these days, these very strange days that we're in, where the future can look pretty overwhelming, and we can get overwhelmed really quickly, that it's really helpful to break it down into chunks, whether that's day by day or hour by hour sometimes. You know, it's a cliche, but it's such sound advice when we're feeling overwhelmed by something, to just say to yourself, I don't have to have all of this figured out right now. I just need to take the next step, and just keep coming back to that as best you can. So I thought that would be a good place to start. It certainly helped me through the building process here, and continues, that advice continues to help me to manage these challenging days. I hope it does for you too. Like I said, I'll do this once a week. I'll come out and find something out here to just do a simple reflection on. So we'll see you next week. Thanks.